Okay, thank you, student. Good afternoon. I am Aminul Islam, lecturer of English Department. So, student, this is BA Honors in English 4 years. In my previous class, I tried to deliver my lecture in short. That means a plot summary of the novel Sons and Lover. So, student, it is a very long novel, so it is not possible to chapter by chapter to discuss. So, in my previous class, in short, I delivered my lecture in plot summary, and then I try my best to represent 3 or 4 broad questions, which is very much important to you in the exam 2020. And by the discuss of 3 broad questions, I think that you may guess about the novel Sons and Lover clearly. So I am today going to discuss on the treatment of love and marriage in the Sons and Lover. So, student, this question may be represent is various way. That means write a note on Lawrence's treatment of love. This question and discuss Lawrence's treatment of love and defeated in Sons and Lovers. This question and discuss Lawrence's treatment of love and marriage in Sons and Lovers, and another one, write a short the man-woman relationship in Sons and Lovers. All same questions and same answer. So, student, in the novel Sons and Lovers, Lawrence may have written on the themes like Oedipus Rex, the Oedipus complex, but his purpose lies somewhere else. So I think that most of the critics say that Sons and Lovers will be in relation with Oedipus complex. But I think Oedipus complex, their mother-son's relationship was physical and very much unknowingly and fully unknowingly it is take place. But here, Sons and Lover, their mother-son relationship is not physical but very much psychological. In the later life, when the family counts 3 or 4 or 2 chance, and the times mother is usually transferred his love from husband to son. And in the later life, most of the mother depend on their son. Here, some in the novel Sons and Lover are the same case. And Sons and Lover bears the testimony to his attempt at reaching the root of the solution to the problem. In the novel, we find that Walter Morel and Mrs. Morel, or William, Paul, Arthur, they are very much disillusioned and fail to create their actual love and relations in their family life because of their very much oriented to his mother. And all thus J.S. Lawrence represent in the novel in psychological manner. Love is the basic theme of the novel Sons and Lover, but in the novel, none of the characters are able to establish harmonious relationship based on it. And Gertrude Morel marries Walter Morel after being attached with his good humor, musical voice, and blunt manner. But after the marriage, their dream come to an end because Walter Morel and Mrs. Morel all are, but their two is the opposite to each other. But after a short time, she feels utterly disillusioned with her marriage and begins to despair her husband. Her bitter frustration leads her to transfer affection to her sons and makes them husband substitute, but fully psychological manner, and the children are united and turn against their father, whom they began to hate for the case of their mothers. In the novel, most of the time and frequently, Walter Morel and Mrs. Morel quarrel each other, and all her sons and daughters, being too observant in the family, and for this reason, they make a plan, make a disillusionment with their fathers. And Paul and Miriam fall deeply in love with each other, but Paul wants her physically, but she wants to preserve her virginity. In course of time, she surrendered her virginity to him, but neither of them is fully satisfied with each other. In course of their relationship, Paul has often hated her inwardly, and she has also sometimes hated him inwardly. So, Paul and Miriam is fully disillusioned with their relationship. And at the end of novel, when Miriam proposed marriage to Paul, but Paul tried to avoid it and declines the offer. Thus, the friendship, the intimacy, and the sexual relationship between Paul and Miriam have come to nothing. So, in the novel, we find that each of the characters, end of their time, they are very much disillusioned and they are not success in their family life. And being utterly dissatisfied with Miriam, Paul, for the gratification of his physical, turned towards Clarissa. And Clarissa is a passionate woman, and she wants him almost all the time, find an opportunity for kissing, embracing her. But when he asks if she is willing to marry him, and if she would seek a divorce from Baxter, she replies in the negative. And যখন দেখা যাচ্ছে যে মিরিয়াম ক্লারা এক পর্যায়ে তার হাজবেন্ড বেস্টারের সাথে সেপারেটেড হয়ে যাওয়ার চিন্তাভাবনার মধ্যে আছে, এমন সময় সেখানে পজিটিভ একটা সাপোর্ট সে পাবে, কিন্তু সেই সময় দেখা গেল যে সে সাপোর্টটা পেয়েছে অ্যান্ড রিপ্লাইটা পেয়েছে নেগেটিভ। অ্যান্ড ক্লারা on her part feel that she has never had Paul fully, and she feels that she is missing some vital part of her being, and that she would never be able to acquire a hold upon the part of him. And she even tells him that he had never come really close to her because he could not come out of himself. অর্থাৎ এক পর্যায়ে পল স্বীকার করতে বাধ্য হয়েছিল যে সে নিজের গণ্ডি থেকে বের হয়ে আসতে পারছে না। And for this reason, she failed to make close relationship with Clara. because here their family tied and closely যে সাইকোলজিক্যাল ম্যানার তার মায়ের সঙ্গে তার যে সাইকোলজিক্যাল অ্যাটাচমেন্ট রয়ে গেছে সেই মায়ের মাতৃত্বকে সে ওভারটেক করে ক্লারার সাথে ফুল ফাউন্ডলি সে রিলেশনশিপ করতে ফেল করছে। And for this reason, thus Paul is convinced that his relationship with Clara has also proved a fail. Thus, Hans and Lager deals with the problem of a young man. So, আমরা এখানে দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে ইয়াং লাইফগুলোতে ওয়াল্টার মোরেল and Mrs. Morel, or Paul and Miriam, or Paul or Clarissa, and then Arthur, their relationship is much more real হওয়ারই কথা ছিল। In the end of time, দেখা গেল যে they are fully failure to make a real relationship to each other. And although the possibility of marriage does appear briefly on Paul's horizon, and the central issue of sex and love in the Sons and Lovers development can be charted in themes of women, and starting with his mother. Because আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে এই নভেলে যে মেন থিম বা সেন্ট্রাল ফিগার is the love, but is the aim all are failure, because in the beginning of the family, Walter Morel and Mrs. Morel relationship are very much close, but by this time they are all time beginning with Paul, and for this reason all are son in the beginning time and end of time they hated their fathers and make a close relationship with his mother, and this psychological boundary they never break down. The William, Paul and Arthur all are failed to break down this psychological relationship with their mother, and for this reason they would fail to make close relationship with their lover in the novels, and this is the theme and main themes in the novel Sons and Lovers, who is written by D.H. Lawrence. So students, thank you very much today.